All right. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody, to Interpop. This week, we're talking about a very very special. Everybody's special in their own way. Man, B.I.
Kim Hanbin, yay!
Everybody clap.
Clap.
He deserves it.
He does.
They're sending him off to war.
I was gonna say, we no longer have this man. Clap for him.
He's, as of the day we're recording this.
As of today, yeah, we're recording.
He starts his military service.
Enlistment has started. It was announced last week. And he's gone now.
He's gone.
He's gone.
But that's why we're talking about him. To remember him by.
Right. Because we just finished talking about people who were gone.
Oh, God. Everyone's leaving and I don't know how to handle it.
Everyone's gone. And there were a lot of people gone that we didn't mention previously.
That's true.
Like only one of kind of broke up and then restarted. And who is that one group who lost like 3 or 4 members? Oh my God.
Zero Base One.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everybody is dropping like flies. I don't know what's happening.
Cat's Eye lost a member.
Oh,
Everybody's losing people.
Everybody's going. And it's not like, oh, we're going on hiatus. Like, they're just straight up losing people left and right.
They're just gone. And that's just it.
I don't know where to begin. And we talked about maybe doing another episode to touch on some of these. But honestly, guys, it's just sad. And so we didn't.
It's very depressing. And this is a positivity podcast.
So instead, we decided to talk about somebody who's gone.
Exactly. It makes sense.
But we're highlighting him. We're highlighting all of the things now that he's gone. Because, guys, if you don't listen to B.I, you should. Some of it, anyway.
B.I Joe.
B.I Joe is top tier. That's the title of the episode now.
Definitely. I'll put it on there, I promise.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
Right. That thumbnail with the shaved head. Or take the one from the little fan goodbye he did, because that was actually really sweet.
Oh, yeah. But since we're talking about, how about you go ahead and give us a little baseline and
anyways. Yeah. So if you guys are all really confused because you don't know who we're talking about, B.I is a solo artist now, and he operates just under the stage name B.I. His name is Kim Hanbin, so if you hear anybody talking about Hanbin going in for his enlistment, that's who we're talking about. That's him. And is kind of a really big force behind a lot of writing and composing of songs that you guys probably do know, both as again, writer, composer, and contributor to like other idols and groups and solo artist stuff, but also to iKON's music, because if you guys did not know, he was from 2015 to 2019 a member of iKON, and not just a member, but the former leader. He debuted as the leader in iKON.
The member.
He was iKON. He was the iKON.
He was iKON.
He was the iKON.
BICON.
He was the BICON. Oh, maybe don't say that. No. We don't know if that one's true or not.
No. I don't throw allegations about people's sexuality out there. We don't know. We don't know. It don't matter.
Is this how
Everyone's
the
beautiful.
rumor started? Is that...
Oh, God.
So someone did.
I am no better. I am the media.
I am
no.
the media. But I saved a little bit of the member of Icon because if you guys didn't know, because I'm sure some of you don't, if you don't really know anything about Icon other than Love Scenario, he contributed significantly during that time to their body of work with the writing and composing. I mean, like he Love Scenario he is responsible for. For those of you who did not know, because I didn't, because I don't know anything about Icon. I've learned new things today. Not today, but in research, I learned new things because I don't know if you know that. How much did you know Icon back in the day? Did you know them? Did you listen, Isa?
I so I always hate to admit this because people are like, "Well, now you're not a real fan." But I was always one of those people when it came to K-pop, like since middle school, where since like 2009, I
Right.
listened to the entire discography of all
Hmm.
of these groups. I didn't know most of their names.
Right.
Some of them I didn't know any of their names.
I
I just
didn't know any
really
of you.
liked their music and just listened to it.
Mood. I look.
So as far as like stuff about them
Hmm.
in particular, especially to like a
Yeah.
little tiny, of course, when they debuted, I was teenager, elder teenager, but
Oh my god.
like
Yeah, we were.
even still,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
really go looking for information on K-pop idols. I just listened
Right.
to them. I've really only
Right.
started looking at and like following particular idols more so
Recently.
later on,
Yeah.
or really recently, since it became a whole fad to do so, and then
To do
like
that.
stuff about all these individual people keeps getting put in my face, and I'm like, well, now I
And
know
I'm like,
names.
ooh. Now I know. Now I know things. Yeah. Well,
Now I wish I didn't
and
know things.
now I wish I did. Yeah, I was gonna say now that's a double-edged sword because now I'm like, I could have not known that, and I would have been happy,
It's like
and
I
I could have.
really enjoyed listening to some of these groups back in the day.
And now
Not
it's
anymore.
like, oh, not anymore. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
that's kind of
yeah.
how I felt about Bi. Like I even now in this day and age, right? I don't know Icon, and I didn't listen to them back in the day. I mean, like I know Love Scenario, although I didn't know that was Icon, and I didn't know the name of the song for years. It's like had no idea. But outside of that, didn't know them because I just didn't. But Bi as a solo artist, I did know. However, I only knew his discography. Like I didn't know that man's name until more recently, and I listened to him. Like I listened to his music, didn't know his name because I didn't care to go looking. Like you said, like I'm here for the music. I was just here to listen. So I went
Right.
digging, and I found out a whole lot of new stuff about it. Like I couldn't. I still even now, even after having done all of this research, I still think if I passed this man on the street, I'd have no idea.
Oops.
Yeah. Like that's it. I would have no idea. If I heard his voice, maybe, but he'd have to be singing.
Only singing.
Yeah, I'd have to be
That'd be
singing.
kind of
Otherwise,
crazy to spot. Well, some people though, they have really, really distinctive singing voices. You might be able to just
they
spot them
do
out on the street if they're singing, I swear.
if they're singing, but just speaking, not a clue. Haven't got a clue what his regular speaking voice. Like I don't. And I know people are probably gonna come for me for that, but like I feel like we all have those artists that we're just like, no, I don't know. I don't know them. Don't know them like
Yeah, we
that.
can't know everybody all the
Can't
time.
know everybody. Nope. And
Especially not, and it kills me, especially not when it comes to groups, because there's so many
yep.
groups and there's so many people in the groups. How am I supposed
Yep.
to know them all?
How am I supposed to know them all?
I'm not a
And to
Pokemon
know
trainer.
everything about them all to that extent.
Yes.
Like I don't. I'm. If
It's
I
crazy. I mean, kudos to people who do.
who do yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Because listen,
Well,
the groups that I
unless
really,
you're crazy.
really like, I know all of them.
Yeah.
Unless you're crazy, in which case, go to therapy.
Go to therapy. Yes.
And
Yes.
maybe stop using the internet just for a little bit.
Maybe. Yeah. Have a nice purge
Detox.
for like a detox is the better word. Detox is the better word.
Initiate the purge.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Right. That's perfect.
Rob somebody.
just for like a solid year. I'm telling you, it's good. Just get rid of everything for like a year. Like, oh, but how do I keep up with things? That's the point. That's the point. Keep up with yourself first and foremost, because that's what you need to keep up with right
Exactly.
now. It's fine. I promise you'll be okay.
A lot of
If
people will
you,
like,
yeah.
because there's just people that are like, oh, I don't use social media. But then there's people that just genuinely don't use social media. That be one of the people that just genuinely doesn't use it.
Yeah, be that
Don't be
person.
one of those other people.
I'm telling you, it
Don't
feels
be the
really weird
annoying
at
type.
first, but it's not. You adjust to it over time, and it's better for it. Because I be the person, and I say this as that person, sort of, but be the person who has all the social medias, or not all of them, some of them, but just isn't on it all the time. You have it just to have it.
Yeah.
It's there, but we're not on it all the time. You're like, oh, that way, when you do feel like you need to know some information, oh, what's so and so up to? Go and look. But don't have it in your face all the time.
Like if you need to look up information about BI,
Exactly, exactly. If you need to
or
see
just
what his
listen to
face
this
looks
video,
like,
and which
yeah,
we shall continue. To
we'll
talk
put a
about.
picture of his face up. You can see. So, anyways, but yes, so that's Bi. So he contributed again significantly to the icon stuff, but I mentioned to a lot of other songs and composed a lot of other stuff too, right? Like Epic High, Born Hater, Blackpink's Whistle, 3 of Psy songs, Bomb, Last Scene, Auto Reverse, and these are just to like name a few. He's also appeared in like I think he was in the music video for Born Hater. As far as the research I did, I couldn't tell you where at in the music video he shows up, but he's in there somewhere apparently, and a lot of other stuff. So the man is in the industry in a big way, which is kind of really impressive to be doing all of that work for yourself and other artists.
Because it's
'Cause I
not
don't
like he has a small discography either.
that part. I mean, he's got stuff because he debuted his solo album, like he debuted as a soloist with his first album, like a full album, back in 2021, right? So we're talking what, nearly 5 years now of solo stuff, and that's not counting what would have come out before as like singles and stuff. I don't know what would have come out before, but like I know the love streaming project he did where like all of the proceeds and royalties were donated, the Midnight Blue, that was prior to his debut as a soloist. So, like, I know there is stuff from beforehand, so like discography is large, guys. Definitely go and check the things out, because there are a lot of really good songs. And don't just look at the most popular ones. Please do not just go straight listen to the most recent one buzzing and be like, no, I'm good. Go digging into the albums first. Go back to the beginning first.
Yeah, because he did just come out with a new song on the second, I think it was. Don't skip that one, respectfully.
Respectfully, no.
He has better.
He does. Yeah, he has better. He has better options. And if you're gonna look at some of the collabs, don't start with Soulja Boy.
No.
No. All right, enough of that.
Quick side note: we can leave Soulja Boy in the past. Can we all agree to do that?
I think I'm down for that. I'm down for that. There are a few people I'd like to leave in the past, if we're being honest.
That's perfectly fair.
There are a few people.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm down. That was important to say. No, it's fine. That was important. So yeah, so he's got a really large discography full of really great songs. But what's interesting to me, again, not again, but is that not all of it is just Korean. I mean, there are songs that are also in English, and there are songs that are mixed. He's done collabs with other English artists, but that are really, I don't know, the story, the lyrics, I think, have been done really well. Not to say that it's necessarily rare with solo artists in Korea, but it's something to take note of when we hear the good ones, is all I'm saying. Yeah.
Right.
Just
Right.
throwing it out there like that. Because look, writing and not to just be throwing shade at Korean artists or anything, but I feel like even writing a good song in English is also hard for native speakers.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that's just my feeling or not, but
Nah, because I feel like, and what it feels like is there's like a very small box of like, here's the things that you can do in a song, and that song be successful. Right? And that even includes lyrics. And so you'll have a lot of songs, I feel like, that overuse the same lyrics. And it's
yeah.
usually nothing particularly interesting. And so it's just it's very surface level.
Well, you're like, I've heard this song before with maybe a different beat, but I'm like, I
Yes.
have the vibe of what's happening here. I've heard that before. Especially if you're not
Exactly.
talking about bands, right? Like bands, because they still do that. Trust me, don't get me wrong. They do. But I feel like
Absolutely.
you can find it a little bit more easily with bands where it's different. But especially like solo artists in the West, especially, I don't want to say lately because that feels mean, because it's not. But it's just like, there are a lot of emulating of things that have like, okay, I've heard that before. Like, I know that song. I've heard that song. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I know
Right.
we get to a point where it's like, okay, what
It's
now? But
But even still, it's there's like this crazy obsessive push, I feel like, and it's only gotten worse and worse and worse and worse over time with capitalism, where they're like, okay, we gotta pump out. They treat everything, even like artistic markets, as factories. We gotta pump up as much music as is humanly possible to bring in as much revenue as is humanly possible at all times. If we have a single second go by without us earning at least 50K, we're doing it wrong.
that's a
That's what
better
it
way to
feels
describe it.
like.
Yeah, that's a better way to describe it.
It's
Because
just
I
the
don't
mass
mind.
manufacturing
Yes.
of music.
Yes. Because I don't mind hearing some of the same things over and over again in terms of like if there's something different about it that's catching me and you can hear that like we've put some kind of thought or personality or something into it, you know what I mean? To cement it, that's fine.
Right.
But if I'm just hearing the same thing on repeat just for, again, the mass production, not a fan. I'm not down for that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I could go without it.
It's like I'm not gonna be interested. Why would I be interested in that?
No. Well, like it might be stuck in my head for a couple days, maybe, because it can be catchy and I can still not like it. But then it's like, okay, now
Right.
what? And I never think of it again. Never think of it again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, not that that had anything to do with BI, but just to have said, it's impressive to be especially merging the two together and doing one or the other and these things like that and still coming out with songs that sound good and not unique a little bit, because I do feel like
Right.
I'm sure there are some of them where like, well, I've heard that song before. Well, you might have, but it still sounds like
Yeah.
BI when you hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the difference for me personally, because we all
And
have
it
different
still
feelings.
sounds be better.
Never. Never.
Suck it, nerd.
But anyway, so there's that. And I think that's a good little bit of some general information about BI as far as his career, for those of you who didn't really necessarily know a lot about him. Just a couple of interesting little tidbits, I thought, because we were talking about some of the things that sort of make his stuff sound like him. What I discovered was he really likes South American culture, and that is definitely reflected in some of those solo songs, guys. Yeah, you can hear
Definitely.
some of those beats and stuff. And I love that. I love when things are married together in a show of love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like you can feel the care and the respect that went into making it. And it's always so much better than if you don't do that. Because when you don't do that, it sounds kind of stupid. But when you
Mm-hmm.
do that, you make this new piece of really beautiful art that's just like, ah, yeah, I
Right.
like that. Let me play it
So
again.
good. So good. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's good.
I feel like,
And don't get me wrong, I'd have to do a lot of deep diving into a lot of things, so I'm not, blanket stating like he's the standard or anything like that. I definitely just think it is
right,
kind of
by no
reflected to
means.
me from what I can tell so far. I am by no means an expert, but those are just things that I like that I've heard. But that also things that like I think initially when he was writing, some of the stuff I was kind of seeing was that he like didn't really have a lot of, I think, maybe general life experience with certain things. And so he used a lot of movies and books to get inspiration for songs and stuff. Or was just like depending on his imagination. And that to me even more impressive to come out with some of those bangers, especially
That
if
is
we're talking about
impressive.
like the time and icon, crazy work. I
I feel like
Cuz
it's easier to be a storyteller when you're telling your own story. It's harder when you're telling someone else's story.
right. And
So that is pretty impressive.
you if you're doing that, I mean that is as a writer to do that, because don't get me wrong, it's totally possible. I am somebody who writes and writes, more like fiction and stuff. So I understand how the mind has to work a little bit for that. Far more impressive, I think, to do that in a song than in just a fiction story or short piece or whatever. To do that in a song where you're having to capture that emotion in such a short moment, like just a little clip, really, right? In the grand scheme of the story. Very impressive to me. I mean, people who can do that with a song anyways, in general, just write music or lyrics even, automatically impressive to me. But to do that without any sort of general experience, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
Right. It's like that means you're a good actor too. Impressive.
Right. You're full of lies.
Very multifaceted. Full of lies. Charlatan.
Not the charlatan. But I love that. I love that. I mean, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And you're just like walking around. I feel like when you first start
Dude should have been a
a video
bard.
game and like a like a massive world game. I'm talking like a big story driven game, and you're just like walking around on level 1 trying to get your bearings and having to pretend like you're the big shot. It's kind of how I feel about it. You're walking around like, yes, I am the hero of the realms, and you're just like this short,
Yes.
scrawny looking, like you have the most basic armor and like one little dagger, and you have no idea what you're doing. Like, yes, I
The
will
worst
slay
for
that
that for me
dragon.
is always yes, I think I shall. Gets toasted in 2 seconds.
Sorry, the worst for you. I'm sorry.
But yes, he is very talented.
Yeah,
He's a great songwriter.
good songwriter for sure. But I think it's kind of reflected from some of the like little clips and scenes and things that are like little sort of snippets from some of the things he's done over the years that kind of give you an idea of like how or what it means to him, I guess, to be doing that sort of thing. He was in, I don't know, something called Mix and Match, was I guess some kind of show or something. I don't really know. I didn't do a lot of research into that. I just sort of saw that he had like he was in this thing, and I guess he just disappeared while he was doing on the thing, the show or whatever it was. So he disappeared, and then they spotted him again on a bench by the river, and he was just writing lyrics. And he was like, "Yeah, I wanted to escape. I wanted to get out of the world." And I was like, "That's a mood. I with art, that's such a mood. I that is the thing that I can understand and hear reflected in your work." which is just a really interesting, I feel like, insight into somebody's mind, is how they escape things.
Right. And anyone who escapes with music is I mean, it's a bit of a blanket statement, but typically they're pretty good at writing music. Or at least some enjoyable, some more heartfelt kind of music.
Yeah.
Typically. Not always. But there's some Venn diagram crossover meeting in the middle
There's a
type
yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah. There's definitely some overlap a little bit. There's a little bit of something something there.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A little overlap. You pull out my
I was
vocabulary
trying to get
today.
there so hard.
You did. You did an excellent job. You led me right to
I'll never write another song again.
no. It's fine. I'll give to you the words that you can use. Be fine.
Not a ghostwriter.
I guess that's the one. But I'm not gonna write the whole thing. I can't write the whole thing. I'll just give you some good
Oh, okay,
vocabulary
thank God.
choices. Yeah. No. I don't think I could
I'll
write a
credit
song
you.
if I tried. Let me ask B.I how he does it. I'll get some advice.
Learn from the master.
I'll learn from the master. Maybe he wouldn't be willing to talk to me. Why would he have that interview? But if there were songwriters that I could talk to about their process, I would be really interested in talking to him, because I'd like to know what your process is without
Right.
life experience. What did that look like before?
So first I turn on the TV.
Like, what did that look like? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like are we reading the books or watching the movies, and we have like our notepad off to the side, just writing furiously notes about everything? You know what I mean? Or are we watching it and it's like, I feel this way, and then we are like writing the
is it
song
like that
as we're
moment of
watching?
inspiration.
Yeah. And now that we've
'Cause
had
I'll-
life experience, what does that look like?
Yeah, because I know for me, whenever I go, it's always like, I swear to God, it almost always happens in the shower, which is so inconvenient. I need like a waterproof notepad. But I'll have like a moment of just inspiration. It's like, oh fuck, and then I start scrambling and like repeating it over and over in my head until I can write it down, and then I
yeah.
lose like 90% of the the songs I start to
facts.
write with that shit.
Maybe B.I Joe will lend you one of those fancy waterproof military notebooks they
God, I hope so. Please, Sister B.I Joe.
He'll bring one back. Cause right, like this is a question that I have of like anybody who writes music, either if you're famous or not famous. I need to know what your process is like. Where does it come to you? Which obviously I know Issa, so I already knew that about the show. But haven't asked Issa because I knew.
It's different for everyone.
But it's different. Yes, it's different for everybody, and I have questions. I need to know. Like I think Chen from Stray Kids has like I don't know. I'm sure he's got like a process or like a whole notebook where he just writes things down, because I feel like I've seen him reference things that like took years in the making, right? So like, okay, we got the idea down
Right.
years ago, but now we're only like pulling things now. Like, how does this work? Or are we writing things and leaving it and just pulling it when the time's right? Like, I need to know everyone's process. I'm just curious.
I think, and genuinely, I think the only time he stops writing is so he can make an on-camera appearance. I think the rest of the time, even when he's in the studio, I think
Yeah.
he's scribbling. I
Still
swear to
scribbling.
God.
I swear. I think
He's
that
got like
man,
the 10,000 songs on lock.
I know he keeps a notebook underneath his pillow with a pen next to that shit, and he wakes up in a dead sweat in his, 2-hour nap that he gets because he never sleeps, and just full sweat, and has to write down all the lyrics that he's come up with in his sleep, and then he can go back and finish his nap.
Nah. See, at this point, he's on a different level. I theorize he rises from his bed vampire style, arms against the chest, and starts levitating while there's this red glow in the whole room. His notebook slides out from under the pillow,
Right.
and the pen begins to write what he
The pin
commands.
writes. I believe you.
He's on some
That
Satan shit at this point. He
would you
cannot convince me otherwise.
fully expecting that to be true? Like if I saw a video of it, I'd be like, you know what? That checks out. That's of course that's how he writes a song. He doesn't write the song; it writes itself.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Classic
sure.
Jen.
Yeah, like to think of Chen sitting on the bank of the river, being like, "Yeah, I just needed to get away." I can't think of it like that. Like I just know his process is different, but I don't know how to describe that. Like maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? But all of that to be said, right? Like, because the entire point of that, right, is like I also need to know how the process has changed over the years. Because Bi has definitely had some life experience now. He's gonna have even more when he's in the military. But
Yeah.
he is roughly the same age we are, I think.
He's
Something
a
like
year
that.
older than us. Yeah.
I had to think about what year I was born for a second. That's not good. Yep, that sounds right. A year older than us. So like thinking about the amount of life I've had, right? I'm sure as an idol, we've had a whole bunch of life that's not been in the public eye, right? So I'm like, okay, I know there's more stuff there happening. But then also things that we know for certain happened, like how he left Icon. There's been some live experience there for certain. So I just have to know how the whole thing
Yeah.
shook down. And for those of you who don't know,
Well,
there's a little bit of some, I don't want to say controversy because I feel like that's not a good word for it. How would you describe it? Or maybe it was controversy at the time. I don't.
no, because I feel like we gotta stop using controversy whenever the courts get involved. You know what I mean? People are so
agree.
good. They're just like, oh, it's drama. It's controversy. No, if the courts are involved, it ain't controversy no more. It's
The
not
court is
drama.
involved.
It's
Right.
This is a legal issue. Okay, this is a legal
The court is
matter.
involved. Yeah. There is investigating occurring.
It's a little more serious than internet drama. Okay.
Right.
And maybe that's just me being a little bit of a hater, maybe sipping some haterade. But I don't know. It bugs me when I hear people do that because I'm like, okay, but people could go to jail. Like, what are you talking about? Just controversy. That feels so. It like belittles the situation,
Especially
like,
some
makes
of these
light of it.
situations. Yeah. Because some of these
Especially
situations.
some of these situations. Yeah.
Ooh.
'Cause,
Like,
oh my god.
like
But
that.
yeah.
That was a full life ruining event. Now, this was not a full life ruining. I don't want to call it controversy. I still don't like the word. But, like, this wasn't a full
Legal
we've
matter.
ruined people's lives type deal, right? Where we're like, this is a
Right.
true criminal issue in which all of the, here's the victims and here's these awful things that have happened and so on and so forth. Because using controversy in that context, no, that's just crime. That's just crime.
Yeah. We're just out here doing crimes, baby.
Just doing crime is what's happening.
Though his crime, and this is strictly my opinion, but I feel like it's not really that big a deal.
In the grand
Maybe
scheme
that's
of things.
But I do recognize that the South Korean government cracks down a lot harder on
Right,
things
right.
like marijuana.
Yeah. And that's that.
For better or worse, and we're not going to get into all that.
No. That's a
Because
whole
there's a lot to talk about there. Genuinely, that's a very in-depth and very serious conversation to have, and that's not what this podcast is about.
No, we don't do that.
I also don't really feel up for that.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that here. But yeah, I think it was it was in 2019. He had attempted to purchase, and I looked at a couple different sources, right? And of course, again, I live in America. Sometimes sources are translated weird, or I just don't get good sources, or I don't get enough
sources
sources.
themselves
Realistically, is what it is. Yeah. So some of them said some different things. So one of them said he was attempting to purchase LSD and marijuana. The other one said he was attempting to purchase LSD and had used marijuana. There was something about a text message where he had admitted to use of marijuana, and was also trying to buy more and LSD off of that person. And claimed he was, doing so to help with songwriting, basically. And after that, he was given a 3-year suspended prison sentence, with 4 years of probation. So he did his 4 years of probation, so didn't have to go to prison. If he had it, that's what the suspended prison sentence is for. If you break your probation, then it's off to jail with you. But when all that happened, he did leave the group. Because because essentially, and again, this is what I read. I wasn't in his head. Okay. This is what I read, but essentially he didn't want to, add all of that controversy onto his members and let them down. So he decided it was best if he just dipped. And so that was why he went solo.
Which, fair enough. I mean, because that was like a whole deal. Like,
right.
Because I think at the same time, there was a band or group, I don't know what it was, like an independent group he was a part of, that debuted in like 2018, that was like 3 of them. And so of course it was all happening at the same time, sort of, right? And what sort of happened was, like, there was a whole thing even at the time of that going on where, like, one of the members of that, I don't even know if I want to call him that because I don't know if it's like a group or whatever, had, like, at the time said, like, yeah, don't ask me about him, I'm not his babysitter, and unfollowed him after the scandal and all this stuff, right? Point being that, like, it was causing issues not even just in Icon or for him, but like in other things that were going on.
Right.
It was like a whole ripple effect.
And yeah. And not even all the members of Icon were happy about it. There was a post like 3 years ago. So Bobby, one of the members of Icon, he was posting on social media about it. Very just like, and a lot of people were very angry about what he was posting, but I went back and read it.
About what
most
Bobby
of it was
posting?
just like, yeah, but most of it was just very in his feelings, thinking back on when B.I left, right? And it was very just, I love him, he's my friend, I care a lot about him, I hated that he abandoned us. Like, just very in his feelings. He didn't say anything actually negative about B.I. He didn't say anything negative or mean. Just talking about how he felt when that happened.
Yeah.
And just saying, I still care about the dude. I still care about him. I love him. But I
All
hate
of
what
which
happened, and I hate that he
so valid.
left.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but people were
your
like,
feelings.
"You're shit talking him,"
Ah,
and it's like, no, nothing in that message was shit talking.
what?
Nothing.
That's
Like,
crazy.
did
That's
we read the
crazy.
same thing?
Like, where is the shit talking? And here's here's the thing, because I feel like that's not uncommon when there's scandals or something happens where the fans are so like 10 toes down on you've, even if just their name is in your mouth, regardless of what you're saying, then
Right.
they're against you, which is
Exactly.
wild to me, because maybe I'm not like, maybe I'm not enough of a fan for this. I don't know. But like, if somebody that I appreciate as an artist, right, that I'm a fan of their music, whether I really know a lot about them or not, is doing some stuff, especially something like this, where it's just purchasing some drugs, which I'm not saying purchase drugs and it's okay, kids. I'm not saying that. Like,
Do drugs,
if this
kids.
is
Here at Interpop
drugs,
Podcast, we endorse. I'm just kidding. I'm just
endorse
kidding. For
drugs.
legal reasons, that was a
No,
joke.
for legal reasons, don't do that at all. But I'm just
Do
saying,
not
right?
ever.
Because if this were the scandal that comes out, right, and my people and the rest of the group are like, I'm mad that he abandoned us, I'd be like, you're complete. I don't know this man personally. I don't know you personally, or this woman or whoever. Like, I don't know y'all personally. If those are your feelings, you can have your feelings. And I can also simultaneously
Yeah.
acknowledge that, yo, I like this person and that sucks. And the way everything happened sucks. But also, maybe the way he did things or left things, because I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't a part of this group. Maybe it did really hurt them.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't left on like best terms in terms of like how he left, because like I don't even know how it was, announced to the other members that he just left, right? Like there's no telling. I don't know.
Right.
So fully valid to
And
me.
I'd never heard anything about it or read anything about it either. So I doubt they would really say.
Probably not. But
Yeah.
there are far bigger criminal activities that have occurred that have gotten far less scrutinization. Is the way I'm going to phrase that.
Ones where people are still completely ride or die for that
Ride or
person.
die, still 10 toes down, and I've probably added a couple extra toes. And it's
Frankly.
mind-boggling to me. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Like, I maybe it's just because I like pick and choose my battles that I'm like, you know what? That's our scandal. Okay.
Could be worse.
Could be fine. If that's the criminal activity we're going for,
Because, see, I don't endorse drug use.
Don't
And I
endorse.
don't like drug use.
Nope.
But I don't blame the crackhead for the crack.
That part. And
And maybe
also,
that's a little bit,
especially in
learn to help
terms of
people.
artists, especially in terms of artists, big music artists, really in any of the industries in any of the countries, if I'm being so for real, but especially
They get
when you're
walked
an
into it.
idol.
Like handheld walked into it.
Well, I was gonna say is, well, yes, but especially when you're an idol, and at the time, I feel like too, maybe like that just is a lot of stuff on your shoulders. And while I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
saying I like understand it, I can see the progression.
Yeah, you can definitely see how it happens.
And especially when you're so responsible for contributing so much to the music, I can get where maybe, A plus B might have led to C. Right.
Right. Right. Like this is an option of stress relief. Best option? No, but it's there.
Well,
Like-
there are so many artists, I feel like, who just kind of snowball in that, and not even just artists, I guess. I mean, if you're talking even like actors and stuff too in general, when you're talking about these creative platforms, and when people have that much scrutinization going on, especially because let's be so for real, K-pop fans are no joke.
No,
And so
they're crazy.
a little
Let's
bit,
be for real.
y'all. Let's all be honest here. We are amongst. This is said with mostly love. Y'all do a lot.
Quite a bit.
It's
a little scary.
But
I take the offensive approach.
you do it. I am trying not to get anybody in my direction. But no. Because it's like, if I were on the other side of that, I couldn't imagine how I would cope. Again,
Nah,
not
would
a
feel
like condoning,
no, not condoning.
but I can't imagine how.
But
I
also,
would
it
cope.
does absolutely kill me that there are so many different idols that have done so much worse.
So
That's
much
like,
worse.
and if we're talking about Icon, so like Icon used to be under YG, right?
Yeah, let's start with that. YG. That's all you had to say.
Literally. No, because it's very interesting to me that when the biggest, I would almost say one of the biggest K-pop scandals, definitely in recent times, but also almost in general, with Big Bang's Seungri.
Oh, right. I forgot about that motherfucker.
Yeah, the Burning Sun scandal.
Right.
Literally, when that happened, or at least not long, I don't remember the exact
When
time
was that in
frame,
relation?
but
Hold on.
it
'Cause I don't.
caused,
Hold on. Pod.
but literally, it
That was in 2019 too. Sorry.
no,
Sorry.
it sounds about it. See, and now it even makes even more
making
sense.
more sense. Continue.
That
Sorry.
The CEO and his brother, like one of the founders, right? Like stepped down in 2019,
Right.
after all this shit happened. And of course, I think the CEO, Yang Min-suk, he was later reinstated in 2022 as a co-CEO. So he did go back. But if that causes like founding members and CEOs, if you have stuff like that happening that causes them to go, you know what, I don't really want to touch this company anymore. But why are we gonna get on to the smaller one that had no victims?
No victim.
Versus it, but still be kind of ride or die. Not to, I mean, plenty of people were definitely rightfully very upset with the Burning Sun scandal.
Yeah.
Still
Well, they
are.
weren't
I
upset
feel you.
enough, if we're honest, because that man
But
got what,
yeah,
18
they weren't
months.
upset enough.
They weren't upset enough.
Yeah. 18 months.
18 months. Has been out and about in life. We're not hating enough.
Versus B.I getting 4 years of probation.
Right. Like,
And if he broke that probation, would have been in jail for 3 years.
which is like,
That's all I'm saying.
it's makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense to me. I really,
It makes
A
no
plus
sense.
B did not equal C in this case. I don't get it.
But then also, so that other founding member I was talking about, not the CEO at the time, but his brother, Yang Hyun Suk, had, Jesus Christ, he had reportedly blackmailed and threatened a trainee who was cooperating with the police
Oh,
when they were looking into B.I.
oh dear.
is his drug usage.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so she testified one
God.
way, and then he like threatened her and blackmailed her, and she went back and testified it a different way.
Did she now?
And for that though, and there was like a big update for that. So that was like back in, I think, maybe it was 2022, I think. But point being, originally there wasn't enough evidence for them to formally for him to be found guilty, right?
Right.
But when they re-examined it later last year, Bro got a year of probation.
Bro, what?
Yeah, they found him guilty.
Uh,
They sure did.
of course
And
they did.
if he breaks probation, 6 years in jail.
6 years.
So
I
I
have
guess they found
conflicting
some
feelings.
evidence.
I have conflicting feelings.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, because don't get me wrong, blackmail and like threatening people, that's insanely fucked up.
Insanely
Fucked up. But why are there people out here doing even worse things and getting smaller sentences? That's all I'm saying.
No, because look, I understand that some things should not be.
I'm not saying
compared.
nothing.
Like
That's all I'm saying.
No, yeah, and I'm not getting that. But like, I understand that some things are not comparable, but also sometimes we should compare. Sometimes
We maybe should.
we maybe should throw that out there
Just because it's
a little bit, and maybe not
a little
be so 10 toes down on the inequitable, not inequitable, I don't know what word I want to use, but it'll come to me later. Just the differences in how we're sentencing and things. Yeah, I'm just saying maybe we ought to look into that just a little bit. And this is coming from somebody who born and raised in America. Like, if anyone knows,
It's normal here too, though.
we know.
That's the
I'm
thing.
like,
It happens just like that over here too.
that's what I'm saying. If anyone is gonna know and be able to call that out, it's someone from here. Like, we could spot that shit with our eyes closed from a mile away.
It
Just
is
saying.
consistent.
It's consistent.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, like, whatever. It's a slightly different conversation, but also not really. I know you guys are probably like, I thought we were here to talk about BI. What's happening? Look, these are also really big conversations to be had within the community, right? That I think should be had. And part of why, I know he's probably thinking like, damn, it's getting old. Why are we talking about this? Well, we're talking about this not because of you and your sentence, but because of the other things. Because, especially with the context of like the timing of that happening, crazy work. Like, I don't know. There's just a lot.
It's just we're just mentioning it because I mean, justice for B.I Joe.
Justice for B.I Joe, yeah.
Justice for B.I
That's the
Joe.
tag for the episode. Justice for B.I Joe. That's right. It just needed to be mentioned. It just did. It's important to discuss. And look, my man got a bunch of good music out of that experience, I guess, unfortunately. But there's some good bops, though.
There's some good bops. Go check out his bops. That's
check
the
out
important part of the episode. Go check
That's
out B.I.'s
really
bops.
what we're saying here. Go listen to his music. And then cry about how we won't get any more music for a while, and then be there when he gets out of the military.
Just be ready for more B.I.
Be ready for more BI. We didn't even talk about one of the most well-known things about him that I'm gonna throw in here at the end.
What?
While you guys are waiting for him to come out, go buy one of his lights. Which, if you guys don't know, B.I.'s light stick is one of the most well-known light sticks in the industry.
We don't need to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. It's very unique, though. It is.
We will just
very
put a
unique.
photo on the screen.
Yeah, the photo. I'm not going to discuss a word about it.
Slightly blurred.
Except to not blurred. I'm not going to discuss a word about it except to say if you guys don't know I guarantee you've seen his light stick somewhere before on a TikTok video
It's
of
an
somebody talking
interesting
about light
shape.
sticks. Well,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the shape per se, but it is an interesting one.
Feature.
Right. Features. Which honestly, a bit tragic that that's all anybody ever talks about, because I'm not gonna lie, as far as designs go, it is pretty unique. It just is unfortunate.
It really is, though.
It came with the
It's just
rest.
also unfortunate.
Right. It's just also unfortunate. Maybe that's just another episode, or maybe like a little short we have to do is go down the deep dive of
Light sticks.
light sticks. Because isn't icons also kind of crazy? Icons is like a full bat, right? Isn't their light stick a bat?
I feel like I remember something like that. It's been a hot minute since. No, no, it is.
It is okay.
It's a little baseball bat.
It's a little baseball bat. Yeah, you could literally could get that icon light stick, leave the concert,
Perfect
beat
for
the
bonking.
crap out of anybody who tries to mess with you on your way to the car.
Exactly. They designed their light stick with safety in mind. That one has
did.
safety features.
Safety features built in, which I approve. Look, I approve of a safety feature built in. It's very much giving Blackpink. You know what I'm saying? It's giving like a
Definitely.
good, I want to whack
It's
the
a good
crap
bonker.
out of it. It's, yes, a good bonker is an excellent word for it. Because, some of look, here's the takeaway for the episode, truly. If you're going to design a light stick, design it with bonking in mind.
Exactly.
This is the important
Make that thing a weapon of mass destruction.
mass destruction. I mean, you make a dream catcher. You can extendable, get a staff, beat the crap out of somebody. Bonking in mind. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Grenade launcher. Light stick.
Right. Really, we're taking bomb to the fullest extent of
Bazooka light stick. With realistic sound effects.
realistic sound effects.
It comes with earplugs, don't worry.
It comes with ear. It has to come with ear. It comes with ear protection. Maybe we get some goggles too, just to be on the safe side. That's truly so. Today's takeaways:
yeah.
justice for B.I Joe, and design a. If you're gonna buy a light, no. If you're gonna buy the light stick, buy one to bonk people. I feel like everyone has the Neo bong everywhere. No. Get the icon bat.
Yeah, get the icon bat.
We need the icon
Best
bat
bet.
in more
That's
concerts.
your best bet. That's your best
Yeah.
bonking bet.
I agree. It's your best bonking bat. That was good. I think there is no better place to end it than best bonking bet. That's it. End of.
Perfect.
We don't even need an outro. That's it.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.